Let's talk about rhythm for a few minutes here. Before we do that, let's address something that will help you play rhythm. Whether you're sitting down or standing up, you want to have your mandolin holding in the same place. So I recommend either sitting in a way where your mandolin is in the same place that it will be when you have your strap on and you're standing up, or if you want to sit in a different way, just sit and hold your strap, have your strap holding your mandolin, because that way when you stand up, all of the relationships between where your mandolin is sitting as far as your arms go will be the same. And that's very important because this is all muscle memory. And if you're holding your mandolin in a different place or any of that, then your muscles aren't going to remember it the same. I use what I would call alternating right hand on my rhythm. Instead of doing this, I do this. It keeps the movement of my right hand, the pendulum movement, continuous between eighth note melodic playing and the rhythm. So what you're doing is you're keeping the right hand going just like you would be doing when you were playing melodically. But when you're playing melodically, you have to tighten up the width of the stroke, and then when you're playing rhythm, you have to spread it out in order to be able to follow through on all those strings that you want to be chopping. The follow through, very important on melodic and rhythm playing. You know, if you want to add a little washboard scrub. So there, I'm basically going like this. And just pushing this down whenever I want the chord chop to sound. Now there's what your pick hand would look like if you were not playing alternating rhythm. This is what it would look like if you were playing alternating rhythm. Now that was all eighth note division of the beat with the right hand, and I was just dropping the pick down to go across the strings when I wanted it to make a pick sound over here, and then I was just dropping in my left hand by pressing the chord down whenever I wanted it to make a chop sound. So that brings us to the left hand part of the discussion. Basically, what you want to do is press down with your left hand every time you want the chop to sound, and then lift up when you want the chop to stop. Again, why follow through is very important. You don't want it to be a rake. I mean, unless you're going for that, which is another option, but we're talking about the chop here. That's what you do with your left-hand chord. Jink, 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 jink. However, it's hard to get that tone to come out if you don't have the grip that you need with the left hand. Now, what I've noticed is a typical challenge on the left hand of the mandolin is holding it in a way that maximizes the efficiency of the left hand. If you're pushing your neck against this gummy part of your palm here, it doesn't have a lot of resistance, which means that you have to press down harder on this side in order to get the note to sound, and then in order for it to have good tone and all that stuff. So what I've found is that muddies up the timing, because really what you want to be able to do is just press it chink, 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 really lightly, because then you can keep the time going. If you're having to dig in with your left hand to establish time, then it makes it harder for it to be consistent. So what I do with my left hand in order to make it have good resistance here is I use this knuckle and this part of my thumb to create what I would call a wedge that the neck essentially sits in. See, like that? And so it's not going down there. It's staying right there, right on that knuckle, on the finger side of that knuckle. And then you can move that up and down the neck, and this part of the thumb, see, I got that like knob callus right there on my thumb, and that's right the spot where it sits. What that does, like I said, is allows you to barely have to press down with your left hand, which is a key component to keeping good time. Anyway, those are my chord tips for now. This is certainly a subject we can keep delving into. All right. See you soon.